Hi, my name is Delana Howell, and I am from Houston, Texas, which happens to be one of the more liberal cities in Texas. However, according to the results of my survey, I am a committed conservative. I think that the results of my survey are pretty true and pretty accurate. A lot of the values that the survey states that committed conservatives hold, I definitely hold myself. Especially when it comes to favoring a limited government. I think that it is really important that we do limit the power that government has over our society. Of course, government does play an important role and it has its place in a nation. Although I don't think that the power that it has taken and has been given is beneficial for our country, especially when it comes to businesses. I think this country was founded on the idea of privately owned businesses and free enterprise. And I think that over time we have lost that sense, we've lost that value as more government funded and operated corporations have come in and they have taken over. And while essentially a lot of the things that they offer may be more efficient than the smaller businesses, it's important that we don't give over our control, or we use them more than the smaller businesses that are more privately owned, I think, because the more control that they have over, the resources that we buy and we sell, then the more control that they are able to take over our personal lives. And, that can be a scary thing. I think that whenever we give over we give more control to the government over our businesses and companies, I think that is more control that we are giving them over our rights of free enterprise. And when we give away our rights to free enterprise, we are essentially losing the idea of capitalism. And as we move away from capitalism, we are seeing in our country even now that it is being tainted with socialism. And moving towards a socialistic society is a very scary thing that we are definitely seeing and moving towards. I really enjoyed watching the lecture by Dr. Painter. I definitely got a lot from it, and a lot of the things that he said resonated with me, especially when he said that when political figures are unable to govern by noble means, in his words, they resort to putting fear and confusion upon citizens. The citizens will then be more willing to blindly place their trusts into the hands of the government. This is how they take control. Especially, we have seen it when it comes to the things that we went through during COVID-19, such as the mask mandates and the social distancing and the shutting down of smaller businesses. They put fear into the hearts of the people, and when they put fear into the hearts of the people, they also try to provide a solution through professed methods of protection and safety. And people are going to ignorantly follow that as they run to the closest thing to find safety, like sheep led to a slaughter, essentially. It's the seeming innocence that this government proclaims that ensnares us. And as people give up their freedoms, they may think that they're running towards safety, but they're really giving up their safety. They give up their rights for peace. They give up knowledge for blissful ignorance. And that can be a very scary thing. As Paul states in scripture, in the last days, we're going to see a lot of people whose hearts are failing them for fear. And we are definitely seeing that And I think that it's important that we stay true to the scriptures and, as Dr. Painter put it, not use it necessarily as a rule book or a guide, but hold the values close to our hearts and use it as a way to be closer to God and to hear His voice.